Today I'm going to be working on a slightly different game. I'm remaking the actual NES Zelda game. And what I'm going to work on today is room transitions. So if we take a look at what I have right now, we've got this nice camera where we can go up here and it goes into the other room. So it goes up here, it goes into this room, we can go back in, etc. The problem we have is, it's very snappy. It's not doing the position link exactly where it should be. If you see, he's kind of jumping over there. So we're going to take and work on that today. What I've done so far is I've actually followed this great tutorial over here that's by Heartbeast, and if you want to see this, you can see his video here in action.
Room transitions in Wizard.
And so his code is very useful. It's very good, but there are some things I want to change. Like the way that he has his door set up is this is all set up here with the actual, I added the collision, he has it separate, but there's a marker 2D and that shows you where you teleport. So if you go back here and you look at one of these rooms, you can see where all these markers are in relation to the door transition. So if you step into this one, you'll be transported up to this point. It's great. It works, except for now you're going to have to set it for every single room when you build it. What I would like to do is just change these so we have an export value and we can just say top, left, bottom, right, because all of our dungeon rooms should be the same distance that they're going to transport. So let's go ahead and we'll get into the door scripts here and we'll start making a export to add in the drop down so that we can select the door direction so we don't have to move the marker every time. Okay, that's what I want to do. I want to use this. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Export enum. There we go. We're going to do up, right, down, comma, left. We're just going to call this direction, and it's going to be an int. And so what we can do here, just to show you how this works, when we do the ready, let's just go ahead and print the direction. Boom. There. So if we save this and we go back here to say like room 1 and we look at door left, we should be able to see we have up, right, down. We're going to set this for left. So if I save this and then if we run this, we should see in the output, you can see 3 and then all the other doors are 0. So 3 is our left direction, which if we go back into our door, you can see here we got 0, 1, 2, 3. So then we can just check against the direction against the number. So we just use those cardinal directions. So that should make things a lot easier. So then right here, instead of printing the direction, what we can do is we can do we go if direction equals, in this case we're going to say 3, equals 3. Then we want to do is we want to set the transform dot x, because it's going left, we want it to equal negative 64 in this case. And what you can see here, easy spelling, gotta make sure you spell things right. Then we're going to do, oops, I gotta do the marker 2D dot transform. There we go. And that should be it. Oh yeah, it's a vector 2. So we need to make sure that this is vector 2. There we go. Negative 64 in the x, 0. So that, if this room is set for, in this case, door left, right now you see I have the override based on the other one is negative 64 in the x. But what we can do now is if I go here and I turn off editable children, so then our door left, if we go back here, it's going to have the transform in a different plot spot. But what's going to happen here, if we go through, this should work. Nope. Bunk. And it's not transforming us. So let's take a look, and let's look at room 1. Let's look at the door left. Let's look at the marker 2D. And let's take a look at the transform, and let's make sure that that did get set right. Transform. I need to set the position, not the transform. So let's try this again. Let's go back over here. Let's go to our script. And instead of transform.x, let's do position.x. Oops. How else if I spell it properly? Position.x. There we go. Position. Okay, let's try this again. And you see boom, boom. Now if we set this to the right, our link should appear roughly here. So let's go ahead and try that out. Let's go back over here to our 2D. We'll make sure we got the door left. And if we set this to the right, no, actually, that won't work yet because we have to come back over to the script for the door. And when we can do, let's see, right is going to be value of 1. We're going to set that as a positive 64. Okay, so now if we run this and we step into that left door, now it should, boop, and I'll set them over there. Boom. Okay. So we got those working. Let's go ahead and do 0, and that's going to be up. So we're going to do 0 here, but we're going to go up, so negative y. And then we're going to do down, which is direction 2, and that's going to be a positive y. Okay. So now if we save this, and then we go back over here to our room 1, and we door right, let's undo the editable children. And we're going to set that value as right. We're going to set door left as left. We're going to set door up. Oh, turn off editable children. And we're going to set that as door up, which it already is. And door down as down. This right here, the door down, because of the way we have this, it's gonna possibly break us, but we will worry about that in a moment. So let's go ahead and try this. What we're gonna do, you're gonna find, is we're gonna be able to go into the other room, but we won't be able to go back because we didn't update those other rooms. So let's just make sure that going to the right works. Yep. Okay. So now let's go ahead and we've cleared out all this. Let's go back here. Room 2, let's turn off our editable children, which resets everything. We go into our room 2, we set our door, and this is going to be a right door. We'll save room 2. We'll go back here and we'll go into room 3, and our door, we're going to turn off the editable children, and we're going to set this as a left door. We'll save that room. Now we'll go into room number 4. We'll turn off our editable children. And then we'll make this as a door down. And the other one, the door up, is already up. Okay. So now if we go back in here, now we should be able to go up and come back down. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to make these a little bit more useful is I'm going to come in here and let's look at room 1 here, and we'll zoom in here. And right now I have these doors filling up the entire area. So what I would like to do is to transform or to shrink these, so then you can kind of go in and then it doesn't take you as far over. So let's go back over here. Let's go back to the door. Take our collision shape and let's like have make it smaller. So let's take it in here. And let's see, we'll hold shift to make sure everything scales properly. And we're just going to make it, oops, let's not do it that way. Let's not do it that way either. Alternate, there we go. We'll bring it in just a little bit here, and bring it in just a little bit here. So now if we look at our collision shape, where is our... So now if we save this, we go back to room 1, you can see they're much smaller. So what this will do is this will still work, but as you can see, it triggers after we're in the door. So we set the size, we can set the rotation. So if this is 0, rotation is going to be 0. If this is bottom, it's going to be 180. This, we can either, we can just do -90. That should be fine. So then we got these. Our doors are rotated. They're slightly in the wrong position, but we can adjust that. We want to bump this one down a little bit. So let's work on the lower one first. So let's see. 2 is down, yes. Collision shape 2D dot position dot y equals, and I believe if I do plus equals 2, that is probably going to raise it up and not down. Let's just double check. Yeah, well, maybe it went down. Let's try 4. Okay. Let's make it just a little bit more. Let's try 6 and see if that gives us alignment where we want it. There we go. So that gives us the alignment where we want it. Boom. Help! Help! I can't get back in. Okay. Okay, so then let's work on these ones. So if this is going to be the right, we can do X. A little bit too much. 4 should probably be good on that one. Yep, 4. Okay. And then on this one, on the left, we'll do -4. Okay. Got those, got those. They need a little Y adjustment, but that might be because of where we placed them in the scene. Let's go look at our 2D placements. We do have them placed dead center of the tile. So, you know what? Just to make everything kosher, let's go ahead and go back to our script, and we will bump those down just a hair bit. +1. We'll do the same thing for this one. There we go. Now everything lines up. Let's take a look here. We got one little too much there, but we need to go down one more. Yeah, let's go down one more. Yeah, okay. So let's go down 2. And then on the left, let's only go 3. Let's see if we get our blocks lined up. There we go. That looks like right where we want our stuff. Okay, perfect. So then if we come up here, we go bloop, bloop, bloop. And now we could probably adjust these to not be 64 anymore. So let's try to mess with these a little bit. So let's see. Let's do left and right first. So 64, let's just drop it down to 48 and -48. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. Okay, still puts us in the wrong spots. Okay, well, how about we just drop it down by 8? So let's do 56 and 56. Let's dial this in here. Okay, I like that better. Okay, let's try it with the top. Let's see if 56 works as well for here. There we go. That's much better. Okay. Now it looks kind of like crud with the shapes on, so let's turn off our debugging shapes. Try it one more time. That puts us roughly where we want to be in the room. There we go. We shrunk the collision sizes to make it feel smoother. We add the drop down. The only thing I have left to do is we want to do the actual Zelda-like room transitions where it fades to black, and then after it fades to black, it scrolls over and then fades back up. But I'm going to do that in another video. So this was it for today.